Throughout history, solar activity has influenced life on Earth in profound and sometimes catastrophic ways. Solar storms, flares, and coronal mass ejections, CMEs, can disrupt technology, cause geomagnetic disturbances, and even impact human health. This video explores some of the most significant solar events that have affected Earth, detailing their causes, effects, and the lessons learned from them. 1. The Carrington Event, 1859, the most powerful solar storm ever recorded. The Carrington Event is the most infamous and intense solar storm in recorded history. On September 1st and 2nd, 1859, British astronomer Richard Carrington observed an unusually large solar flare. Shortly thereafter, a massive CME slammed into Earth's magnetosphere, causing a geomagnetic storm of unprecedented strength. Effects: the northern and southern lights were seen as far south as the Caribbean and near the equator. Telegraph systems across Europe and North America failed. Some operators reported receiving electric shocks from their equipment. Sparks from telegraph wires ignited fires, and some systems operated without power due to induced electrical currents. Lessons learned: a solar storm of this magnitude today would severely disrupt modern infrastructure, including satellites, power grids, and communication networks. 2. The March 1989 geomagnetic storm knocking out power in Canada. In March 1989, a powerful CME hit Earth, triggering a geomagnetic storm that led to the collapse of the Hydro-Quebec power grid. Effects: over 6 million people in Quebec, Canada, lost power for up to 9 hours. Satellites malfunctioned, with some drifting out of their designated orbits. The auroras from this storm were visible as far south as Florida and Texas. Lessons learned: power grid operators began implementing better protective measures to mitigate the effects of geomagnetic storms. Governments and space agencies started taking solar weather forecasts more seriously. 3. The Halloween storms, October-November 2003, a series of devastating blasts. Nicknamed the Halloween storms, these solar events included multiple X-class flares and CMEs that reached Earth between late October and early November 2003. Effects: power outages in Sweden due to geomagnetically induced currents. GPS navigation errors and satellite malfunctions. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station, ISS, had to take shelter from increased radiation. Lessons learned: highlighted the need for better space weather prediction models. Led to increased shielding requirements for satellites and space missions. 4. The solar storm of 2012, a near miss. In July 2012, an enormous CME erupted from the Sun, but fortunately, it missed Earth by about 9 days. Potential effects had it hit Earth: it could have caused blackouts, disrupted GPS, and damaged satellites worldwide. The cost of recovery was estimated in the trillions of dollars. Lessons learned: emphasized the vulnerability of modern civilization to space weather. Led to discussions on investing in solar storm mitigation technology. 5. The September 2017 solar storm, a wake-up call. In September 2017, a massive X9.3 solar flare, the strongest in a decade, was observed. Effects: radio blackouts affecting maritime and aviation communications. Disruptions in GPS navigation and increased radiation exposure for high-altitude flights. Lessons learned: reinforced the importance of continuous solar monitoring and preparedness strategies. Scientists warn that another major solar storm like the Carrington Event is inevitable. Governments, space agencies, and power companies are working on solutions such as improved space weather forecasting. NASA, NOAA, and ESA have satellites monitoring solar activity. Grid hardening: utility companies are exploring ways to shield power grids from geomagnetic storms. Backup systems: satellite operators are investing in redundancies to prevent complete failure. If history has taught us anything, it is that the sun's power is both life-giving and potentially destructive. As our reliance on technology increases, so too does our need for vigilance against solar threats. By understanding these past solar events, we can better prepare for the future and protect the systems that keep our world running smoothly. The next big solar storm may be just around the corner. Will we be ready?